Make sure you hit the like button. Sub to the channel if you're not a member. And hit the notifications to get all of my content and all of my videos, man. Um, I do want to give a salute to the whole entire Lions Den basketball and boxing communities, and salute to the people that all rock with me. Okay, um, let's go ahead and have this conversation. Okay, now, um, this is something that a lot of people have been kind of fed up about since this situation has came about for many different reasons, man. Um, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, um, Stephen A. Smith today, and before I get this video started too, I do want to give a shout out to the brother Turo for TV, because he was the the first one to talk about this situation. If you're not subbed to Too Raw, definitely go sub to his channel, Top Historian, here on YouTube, and one of the HNICs of this LDBC thing. Okay. Pull Up Podcast. See you in the building, man. What's up with it, BJ? See you in here. Make sure y'all go sub to the homie BJ over there at the Pull Up Podcast, doing big things over there. Now, Bronny James, as um, you know, I've probably been in the minority in terms of giving Bronny James support, um, simply because I feel that Bronny has been placed in an unfair situation, given an unfair uh, advantage by an individual who does things that are unfair in a lot of people's eyes when we talk about LeBron James. Please hit the like button when you come in here. Double tap the screen and hit the like button. Okay. LeBron James, man, we know that he is a narcissist of the highest degree. Um, he's a very selfish individual. Okay. And will do anything that he can to step on anybody's toes to gain success, and even if it means his own happiness. Now, I'm all for nepotism. Okay, I'm all for it because it's been done for years by other races, other cultures, ethnicities, etc. And it still goes on to this day. Uh, However, we clearly see that Bronny James, he's just not ready for the NBA, and you're only hurting not only him, but you're actually hurting yourself. As you know, last night, my squad, the Philadelphia 76ers, in which we were shorthanded without three of our main players, actually four of our main players, which is when we talk about Joel Embiid, Paul George, Andre Drummond, and McCain, and that left Maxey to go ahead and carry the load I'm sorry, and just went absolutely nuclear on Bronny James, putting on a display of a clinic. And as I said in the previous live, I told you that you can clearly see the difference between a guy that's uh, on the level of a superstar, all-star level talent, and a guy that does not even belong or should not even be scratching the surface of a professional floor. I've often said this too. Yeah, KJ and Kayla Martin. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And of course we got Sacramento tonight too and stuff. But and I'm gonna talk about that situation too, BJ. But I want to focus on Bronny. I've said this, okay, plenty of times. All right, Bronny can play, but not at this level. Okay, you're talking about a guy, man, who I've defended Bronny in many cases when we talk about him, lack of play in college, the situation with the heart that he had, and damn near losing his life, having to be resuscitated. Um, you know, him, coming off the bench, not really uh, playing in the beginning. I think he didn't play until 8 games in, and then all of a sudden, then to just go ahead and leapfrog, and LeBron, because of his own selfishness, wants his son to hurry up and get ready and do all this other stuff, and you're trying to get this guy to be equipped with an NBA ready-made a whole bunch of repertoires, trying to bunch that in a matter of months, within less than a year, to think that this guy can run up and down the floor and play with the likes of guards such as a Tyrese Maxey, such as a Jalen Brunson, such as a De'Aaron Fox, such as even a Halliburton. You know what I'm saying? The SGA, Kyrie Irving, some of the elite guards in this league, in which he will absolutely get destroyed by. Stephen A. Smith, I don't often agree with him, but I agree with him 100%. Save yourself the embarrassment, because this is not helping any. And then on top of that, you got JJ Redick coming out here trying to make all these stupid excuses as to, trying to justify why you have this young man out there playing. Okay, and he's not a child, he's not a kid, so we got to stop calling him a kid. He's a grown ass man. Okay, he's a young man, but he's a grown ass man. And as a grown ass man, you got to put away childish things. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I don't like looking at this, and this is not our league. Pull up, BJ. You know that this is not our league. All the brothers that really take basketball serious, that have played basketball, you know what I'm saying? That have been on the court. Okay? Uh, BJ, he's been on the court. He's been played professionally. Ticket, played professionally. FYF, Lamont, played collegiate ball, and on top of that, was a coach too. You know what I'm saying? Many other guys, Nola Boy, played professionally. This is disgusting. This is disgusting, and this is not what an NBA product should look like. He's not even averaging a point. Now I want to bring up something, man, that Tura brought up earlier. Yeah, exactly. It's a disrespect to the game. Listen, and as I've said before, BJ, and as I've told many people before, man, and a lot of people think that I'm playing games when I say this, but I know guys that will literally embarrass Bronny James and make him not want to even come back to the basketball court anymore. I can bring you to guys that will literally, if you put him on an island by himself, okay, and some of these guys are older. They played overseas. Some of these guys have scratched the surface of an NBA floor. You know what I'm saying? They didn't quite get to where, of a degree of a LeBron James or nothing like that, but they've been around professional players. These guys would absolutely, they would smell, they would smell fresh meat, so to speak, if they saw Bronny James, because they realize that this guy is getting an opportunity that millions, billions, trillions of guys have done their best to try to get on the NBA floor and have not succeeded because of politics, because of who that next person knows, such as this situation, because of injuries, because of family situations, because of criminal situations, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Cypress TV, make sure y'all go sub to Cypress TV. He's in the building right now. The Real T, I see you in here. Stephen Green, make sure y'all go sub to Stephen Green too. Said Bronny playing like forcing himself to play. Maybe when basketball is something Bronny don't want to do. Look, like I said, and that goes back to what I was saying, Stephen. He is a grown man. Listen, I have a son, okay? If my son does not belong out there and the coach says my son is continuing to mess up, he's messing up the flow of the game, he's just not ready, I'm yanking his ass out of there. If he's not ready for a level that I think that he's capable of sustaining, I'm yanking his ass out of there. I'm not going to lie to him. Okay, and that's the same thing with my daughter. She loves to dance, she loves to sing and everything. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna tell her, if you're singing from your nose instead of your diaphragm, you need to work on that. That means that you're not quite ready. You're trying to force a tadpole into a piranha pond. Common sense isn't so common no more. And people wonder why I don't have LeBron James in no top 10 or anything like that. It's because of situations like this. Jordan is cerebral. Magic was cerebral. Isaiah was cerebral. Larry Bird was cerebral. These guys were cerebral. They had understanding. One of the things that they understood is that they know their strengths and they know their weaknesses. And part of that is being able to understand that with your son, you're trying to get this guy ready for an NBA season, and he hasn't even been successful at the collegiate level. Even at the high school level, he wasn't doing the shit that Elijah Arenas is doing. He's not doing the shit that the Bougie Boys are doing. He's not doing what Jason Richardson's son is doing. He's not coming out like Cooper Flagg, damn near jumping over people's head, putting up 43. He's not doing none of that shit. Did I support him? Yes, I did. But I said he does not belong in there. Jimmy Butler, all that shit that they talk about Jimmy Butler. You know where Jimmy Butler began? You know where he began at? In a fucking junior college. You know how many offers that Jimmy Butler got to play collegiately? One. And that one was Marquette. He wasn't heavily recruited. And now look where he's at. There's nothing wrong with going to junior college. You needed to go to junior college, stay your ass in there for a couple of years. Maybe go to a D2. If you're ready, go test yourself. Then you go. That's how you do it. That's what you should have told him, LeBron. But you want to force him because of your own goddamn selfishness. And I don't care if anybody's mad on here and, oh, well, LeBron this and LeBron that. Damn all that. It's disrespectful to the game. It makes our game look like a clown show. Why do you think the NFL ratings blow the NBA out of the water at 57.7 million views? Because football is a serious ass game. You might not like Roger Goodell. You might not like these owners and all that other shit, but it's a serious ass game out there. This looks like a clown show. To be honest, be lucky Tyrese Maxey humble because he could have trash talk. Yeah, but Tyrese Maxey can just do what Jalen Brunson does, just to stay quietly like a Derrick Rose type and just quietly bust your ass like that. I know guys like that. Won't say a word to you. All you hear is ooh, ooh, ooh. And they'll be talking shit about you. They'll be like, man, who is this motherfucker on the court? He's not in my top 10 either. Hey, if you got LeBron in your top 5, top 3, if you got him at the GOAT, that's on you. I don't sit there and I don't debate with that. I'm talking about as for me, my starting small forward is Larry Joe Bird. Larry Bird, unathletic, can't jump all that high, wasn't the best individual defender. I'll still take him, and he will run circles around LeBron James. Because he had one thing that separated, amongst many, that separated him, and that was that thing in his chest that pounded. And it pounded even faster when you had to give it to him at the end of the game. And more often than none, he was going to capitalize in situations like that. But that's a whole nother story. You said, I thought my daughter wanted to play pro volleyball, but she doesn't want to play volleyball. I didn't know you had a daughter, Stephen. You said, yep. And he had facts in an application at a McDonald's. Jimmy came. Yeah, he did. Came from the bottom of Brown Sugar. I see you in here, beautiful. How you doing, sweetie? The beautiful Brown Sugar is in the house. But that's what I'm saying. And see, you raise up a good point. You see, we still got people that got to go out here, got to grind, got to go to the 9 to 5 and everything like that. Man, you don't have to play basketball anymore. You don't have to do anything really for the rest of your life. Because as I've said before, LeBron's kids is going to be straight. You know? LeBron, I blame LeBron for all this. I don't blame Bronny for all of this. Everybody, and what's sad is a lot of people are going in on Bronny like it's all of his fault. If I'm Bronny, you know, he couldn't be around my family. He couldn't be around my family. My cousins, my uncles, like BJ, you know, you play ball and being around a competitive ass family, people full of athletes and stuff like that, you might think you're doing good. You might score 20 or something like that. They'll be like, dude, you are not ready for nowhere near. You're not even ready for adult league. They will talk to you like that. They're like, that's all you shot was 100 shots? No, add another 0 to that. And it needs to be 1,000 makes. And you'll be like, well, damn, I got to shoot that much. What the fuck are you crying for? Do you know how many Kobe is shooting? And that's just AM workout. Yeah, I want you to go ahead and run 8 suicides. Damn, 8 suicides? Yeah, motherfucker, 8 suicides. Do you want to run 30 in 30 minutes? Because that's what they do in the league. That's how they come at you. And that's how you have to come at some of these little kids. That if my son comes to me and tells me, Dad, I want to play pro ball, what can I do? I'm going to take him and put him in position to the best coaches and stuff. And I'm going to listen. Hey, look, he needs to work on this. He needs to work on that or whatever. And I will go and test him against other people. If they say that he's not ready, I'm not putting his ass out there. LeBron ego is out of control. We know that. We know that, pull up. We know that. I genuinely feel bad for Bronny. I can't figure. I feel bad for him too. That's why I don't. You never hear me go in on Bronny like that. Yes, we're gonna. The LDBC guys like Tiki, guys like Turov, BLS, Brandon Love Sports, Kareem, all these guys. BJ, we're gonna critique you. We're gonna critique your game. Because that's the name of the game. Like, we are here to analyze your motherfucking game. But on a personal level, LeBron is dead wrong. LeBron is dead wrong. Yeah, 17s. LeBron is dead wrong. Kobe Bryant, he played I think he played a ball boy one time or whatever. And beat this dude continuously to where the point where he didn't even let the dude score, and he was way younger than him. I know y'all know that story. Beat him so bad, and everybody was like, "How could you do that to the little kid?" and all this other stuff. Where I'm from, they don't care if you're little, because he's gonna think what Kobe said is that kid is gonna thank him one day. Or possibly thank him one day. These guys take this game seriously. This is these guys' jobs. Bronny is taking up a roster spot like with Quincy Oliveri. He should be on a team. Now Steph Curry, being the businessman that he is, being the network guy that he is, and being the cerebral type of mind that he is, guess what? He still threw him a bag and gave Oliveri an opportunity with Under Armour. That's what you're supposed to do. Hey, he's like, look, and that's a chess move right there. Look, you want to get cut by organization and stuff like that that's just in shambles and disarray and shit like that, man, you got a motherfucking damn near porn star up in there running that bitch. You know what I'm saying? She has no fucking common sense. She just sees LeBron as a fucking bargain. It's just a mess over there. They don't even know. You got a guy in Rob Pelinka, man. This motherfucker thinks one day he wants this, the next day he wants that. He's a pushover. He's letting them come in there and bully him and stuff like that. Y'all all over the place. Y'all don't have y'all shit together. OKC, they got their shit together. The Houston Rockets, H-Town, they got their shit together. You know why? Because they got a guy who's coming from a winning culture. A militant culture. When we talk about Popovich, when we talk about the San Antonio Spurs, when we talk about a culture of winning, y'all need to follow the blueprint of what the Pistons are doing. Y'all don't know what the fuck you're doing. You think they got these guys worried about nepotism and worried about all this other stuff? No, these guys are trying to win chips. If you aren't ready, you shouldn't be out there. I'm happy I learned that lesson young. Yeah, well, look, man. You do want to... I'm not saying this right. Listen, don't get me wrong. You wanna test yourself against people that are better. Like, if I'm playing one-on-one, when I was younger, and I learned this from my mom, BJ. I learned this from my mom. She was like, yeah, you keep playing the same guys over and over, and you winning against them. You're not learning. You're not learning anything. You're not getting any better. Nah, you need to go play with some of them guys over there. I'm like, man, they like 7, 8 years older than me. Da, da, da. She's like, yeah, that's how you gonna get better. You know what I'm saying? And then that's how it was. You know, if I'm playing against BJ or whatever, I don't want um I don't want to keep beating BJ. You know what I'm saying? And always dominating and stuff like that. Nah, I want him to dominate me. Like, damn, I can't never beat this motherfucker. I gotta find a way to beat him. That's how it should be. And you should try to learn and try to play against different people and try to learn different styles and stuff like that. That's why I don't have a problem with European players coming over here and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because we need to go across the water to try to play against different talent or whatever, because how are we going to know what we measured up against? There's been cases when we've lost. The USA have taken the L. But needless to say, man, this situation right here, man, has spiraled out of control. Um, Hold on one sec, y'all. Hold on one second. All right. Like I was saying, this situation has spiraled out of control, and like when it comes to Bronny James, man, we could sit here and we could, be all, sympathetic and stuff like that. But the example I was gonna bring up earlier, man, Two Rob brought up Kwame Brown, man. Shout out to Kwame Brown. You said I got a feeling the NBA gonna go into a lockout soon. Man, please don't say that, the real. Please don't say that. Um, Two Rob brought up Kwame Brown in this situation, and Stephen A. Smith, what's it called? Two Rob was 100% correct when he was talking about how Stephen A. Smith pretty much, I mean, just assassinated Kwame's character and everything, right? About him being a bust and all this other stuff, or whatever. And he brought up a good point. He said, "Okay, so what are we looking at right now? Because if Kwame Brown is a quote unquote bust, who I've never called any NBA player no bust. If you know my channel, I don't do that because people don't realize how hard it is to get on the NBA roster, yet alone be able to start in the NBA, yet alone even last. Kwame Brown lasted 12 seasons. That's why you'll never hear me disrespect him. Everybody's like, "Oh yeah, well, you didn't do this and you didn't do that," and calling, guys on here, G League reject, and all this other stuff. Well, where have you played? What roster have you been on? How many trophies do you have in either your case or your closet? What awards have you won? What college have you played for? What coach can you go back to and say, "Hey, look, can I come over here and play in the gym?" What have you done? So I just look at that situation, and To me, it's just crazy, what they're doing right now. They got to figure out something, man. But I appreciate everybody pulling up. I'm gonna go ahead and ride out, man. Make sure y'all go sub to the brother Pull Up Podcast with BJ. Definitely popping over there, one of the LDBC brothers. And salute to the entire Lions Den basketball and boxing communities. You said any college level or pro level, you already have something that 95% of the human population doesn't. So yeah, people don't know how small a percentage is. That's facts. That's facts from the brother Pull Up, man. But like I said, man, please hit that like, sub to the channel. Also hit the notifications to Straight to the Point, Sports and Entertainment. I'll get at y'all later.